Good morning. You guys glad to be back in school? You're lying. You're lying. All right. We're glad you're back. Last Tuesday, I went out to breakfast with one of my priest buddies, Father Mike. He's the vocation director of the Archdiocese. We went to this coffee shop called House of Pies in Los Feliz because we had to buy pies for our Thanksgiving gathering. And when it came time to get the bill, the server told us that somebody had paid for our food. And I looked around and I saw about 5 women, all who had crucifixes, and we figured out it was them. So we went up to thank them for paying for a meal, and I said, "You didn't need to do that." They said, "Well, Father, we need to do that because you're our priest." And that kind of made me laugh because that was a very kind gesture for them to do. And that's what our gospel is telling us to do this morning, to be generous with our lives, to do good works, and to be generous with how we live. So if I were to ask your friends or your family members, if you're a generous person, how do you think they would answer that? I hope that they would see that you are a generous person who lives your lives helping one another and trying to do the right thing. So as we begin this new week, this new school week, after your week off, and we have, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks until our Christmas break, let's dedicate these weeks of trying to be generous with one another, all right? So let's think of one thing that we could do, one small task where we could show our generosity, either here at school, in our families, or at our workplaces. Let's think of one way that we could be generous with our life.